Hello.
Should I call?
Now that my mic's on, hello and welcome to the Homewrecker Podcast. I am the Golden Greek Alexarion, joined as always by my beautiful, lovely, amazing, gorgeous trophy wife, Monique. Monique, how are you today?
Hello, I'm fabulous, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic as always.
Woo!
Yeah. So we decided we're going to record today, and we don't really have a topic. We're just going to kind of wing it.
Yeah,
Just kind of BS a little bit.
there's a lot going on in the world today, so we figured let's just kind of see where this conversation takes us.
I guess. I don't know how deep into what's going on in the world I want to go.
Yeah, we don't want to get too deep with that.
Yeah, I don't want, nobody's going to listen anyway,
Yeah.
so who cares?
But I think most people are sick of everything like we are. So.
I'd like to think that, but whatever.
Some
Anyhow.
people enjoy the frenzy.
Nonsense. Anyhow. So, anything exciting happening in your world?
In my world, just kind of...
I don't mean to laugh, but...
What? Because my world can't be exciting? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I mean at all, no. Anything exciting happening with you, just go ahead.
No, just reading tarot and meditating, and can't wait for the nicer weather. It's starting to come, but once it gets a little bit warmer, I can make more organite and enjoy being outside.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weather getting nicer.
Yeah, starting my walks
And
again.
It has started, yeah. Which
Yeah.
Is nice.
I mean, I've gone when it's not too bad out, but a few times being outside, I accidentally slipped on some ice. Didn't fall, but it was like, probably not best to be walking outside just yet.
Yeah, and for anybody listening or watching that doesn't know, we live in New England where it can get kind of chilly in the winter
Yeah.
months. So now it's starting to warm up a little bit. The past couple days have been nice. So
We're getting close to spring.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. I went on a walk today. I went into the cemetery. We walk in the local cemetery here.
Yeah.
We live near one, so
Yeah.
it's convenient and peaceful, obviously.
It is because...
There's lots of people there. They're just not going to bother you.
It's true. For somebody, myself being someone who is so petrified of zombies, I've really kind of... It's taken decades to finally be able to live close to a cemetery and take daily walks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I walked in the cemetery this morning, and there's woods against part of it, so I enjoy walking along that way and seeing little animals. I came across a lot of birds today. It was nice.
See, I'm the opposite. I stay away from the woods. Ever since we started looking into and talking about missing 411, I try to stay away from the woods.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I just want to go run and play in the woods.
Yeah, I'm kidding, of course, but yeah, it is a nice area to walk in, though, for sure.
Yeah.
It is, definitely. So I went this week myself. I took our children out into the wild. The grocery stores.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a good time. I was talking about this with you, and we'll talk about it just a little bit. Not the whole virus and all that. You can find plenty of people talking about that, but the toilet paper thing, for me, it's funny that there's abundance of food everywhere. There's plenty of drinks, sodas, water, flavored water,
That was the first
everything.
thing to go.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Was the thing that went first. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, everybody that's got all the toilet paper but has no food, what good is that toilet paper going to do you?
Hey, they can wipe their ass.
I guess. I just
That's
thought
important.
it was...
Hey, civilization, okay?
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of weird.
That's what separates
that's
us from the
first thing.
animals. We can wipe our ass with toilet paper.
But if you think about it, not to get too gross, but if you run out of toilet paper,
What do you
can
do?
still jump in the shower.
Use
and
a washcloth and
you can-
wash it.
Sure.
If you get
really
that
want
desperate,
if
you
you really
can-
want to, I guess.
If you're that desperate, go outside and get a leaf. Seriously,
I mean-
there's an abundance of options.
But it just goes to show you how dependent on
What would
these little amenities and things. I mean, I'm calling toilet paper an amenity, but these little things that in today's civilized culture, it's incredible that once that stuff's gone, you're like, what do I do? What do I do? I order a bidet. They're like $50 on Amazon or something, you know?
Make your own.
What
Make
the hell?
something, squirt
I
it
don't
up
know.
there.
I thought that, to me, that was kind of funny that was the thing that everybody was rushing to get toilet paper. I'm like, okay.
Try to look at it from another standpoint. If you're sick and you have tummy issues and you're stuck in your house for a couple weeks, yeah, you probably do need to make sure you have enough. But then you have the people who go to like the warehouse clubs like Sam's and BJ's.
Costco
and yeah,
stuff,
they will buy like the whole shelf of these bulk things of toilet paper that would last a family of 5, like 10 years.
Well, I saw there was a bunch of people putting toilet paper for sale on eBay.
Yes, unused toilet paper.
Well, yeah, obviously. I
Per
mean,
square.
I unused. Yeah, I was seeing rolls and packages of it and stuff.
All
for
I can
sale.
think of is the Seinfeld episode where Elaine's in the bathroom and she's like, "Can you spare a square?" And the woman's like, "No, I can't spare a square." And she's like, "You can't spare one square?" Because she was out of toilet paper in her in the bathroom stall. And then, yeah, it's just all I think about is, oh my goodness.
Funny stuff.
So I have to ask,
Yeah.
if a neighbor knocked on our door and said, "We are completely out of toilet paper,"
Yeah.
do you have any, like, could we take a roll? I'm not going to say borrow because we don't want it back, but could they have a roll? Would you share it with them?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm neighborly, so I would say sure, yeah.
I would too.
And I mean, we're not. I'm going to come across like as an asshole. And trigger warning, everybody. My language is going to be a little bit colorful.
Move the kids into another room.
Yeah. And my PC filter's off. But no matter what I say, I'm going to be an asshole. But I'm not an idiot. I actually prepare for things. And whether that be a quote-unquote pandemic or a natural disaster, who knows, whatever it may be, I like to have things prepared. I'm not a prepper, I don't have a bunker, but I like to keep extra stuff on hand just in case something were to happen.
Yeah.
You know, say, I don't know, again, natural disasters. I mean, we live in New England. There's bad storms and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to be prepared. So yeah, if a neighbor came and knocked on the door and said, "Look, we're completely out, can you spare some?" I'd say, of course,
Yeah.
sure. That's what being a neighbor, that's what having community, that's what being a human being is all about.
Yeah, but meanwhile, there are people who are buying bulk of everything, hoarding it so they can sell it at a profit. And part of me is like, hey, it's capitalism.
Capitalism.
You do what you do.
I have no problem with
But
it.
on a spiritual level, it's like, is that really the best thing for your soul? I don't know.
Well, yeah, but that's not what it's about. People, like you said, it's capitalism, and that's fine. We live in a free society where it's free markets, and people can do that. If they have the foresight to go and hoard all the toilet paper, then put it on eBay for $5 a roll, and they get it, more power to you.
I just know that they put unused.
Maybe consider, yeah, of course, but you know, you may be considered by the majority of people to be an asshole. But you know what? At the end of the day, if somebody needs your toilet paper, they're going to pay you $5 for it if they can't get it anywhere else. And that, yeah, you may be an asshole, but you're going to be an asshole with $5 extra that somebody else doesn't have.
You're going to be clean asshole with all that toilet paper.
Yeah, you are fulfilling and supplying a need. That's what it is. So. You know what? I'm not going to hold ill will towards people that hoard it all.
Nor am I.
It's just,
I just think I could never do that. Like the way I am as a person,
sure,
I couldn't do that.
But again, I'm not going to say, well, they shouldn't be allowed. Like when we were we go to a BJ's wholesale club, which is close to where we live, and there was a sign up saying limit 2 per customer, and I'm like, 2? Like these huge, enormous.
That's a
things,
lot.
like that's a lot. You
get like
more
24 rolls.
I mean, we get one, and we're a family of 5. It lasts us 2 months.
Lasts us a while.
Maybe longer.
No,
I don't know, but
I think like a month because there's so much. No, yeah, maybe it is 2 months.
it's about 2 months.
Because there's so much.
I mean, we go through paper towels.
Yeah.
But we have. I mean, if there was a shortage on paper towels, then we'd be fine.
Yeah.
We can use a regular towel. It's not
the
a
end
big
of the
deal.
world.
But yeah, the toilet paper thing. I thought it was kind of funny. Like 2. Who needs 2? I think 1 will be plenty for a while.
If you're stuck inside your house for 2 weeks, even if you're like a month, 1 big bulk thing is fine.
And I have to say too, and I mentioned this to you as well, I didn't notice, even though it was very busy, people were not frantic, they weren't jerks, they weren't really being, I don't know, panicky, I guess, which is kind of what I was expecting. Now, I wasn't going out because I was panicking. I was going out because it was our normal day to go out and get our groceries and shop. That's what, we have a day that we go every week, and that was the day that we were going. It's just how it all ended up working out. But yeah, it was just, I was kind of expecting, because of what you read about, what you see on the news and everything, you think it's going to be crazy, and you hear all these stories of people fighting each other.
I think they do that on purpose to send people.
Of course they do. It's all done on purpose just to create hysteria. I didn't see that at all. There were people were actually friendly in the parking lot, letting you go, and that kind of thing. The people were being civil. Everybody was fine. I mean, again, maybe it's just in the area that we live in. I don't know. But I wasn't seeing or experiencing what I thought, just out of years and years of programming from movies and TV and news and all that stuff. I didn't experience any of that at all. I thought everybody, for the most part, was pretty civil. I was actually joking around with a couple of people when we were shopping in the grocery store. We actually, after BJ's, the boys and I went to Whole Foods, and you had wanted me to pick something up, and I couldn't find this item. So I was texting with you. While I was texting with you, there was a woman that was coming up to me, and we were actually in the aisle where they had toilet paper, but they're selling just like the single rolls of recycled toilet paper or whatever. And there's a woman that came up. She was an elderly lady, and she came up and she was like, "Is this your cell phone?" I'm on a cell phone, texting you at the time. I said, "No, I've got mine right here." She said, "I just found this." And then I said, "Oh, okay, well, I mean, if you can bring it up to the front, I'm sure somebody's probably looking for it." And then we just broke into a conversation about the ridiculousness of the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And she said, "Are you getting toilet paper?" I said, "No, I'm actually this is just where I stopped and texted my wife asking her a question about something." And she said, "Oh, can you believe how crazy it is? Everybody's taking all the toilet paper." And I said, "Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I'm not sure I agree with why everybody's taking it, but it is pretty crazy." And then we just kind of made small talk for a couple of minutes. Really nice lady. Wasn't panicking. Wasn't being ridiculous. And like I said, everybody in that place was packed too. Everybody we ran into, everybody was really nice.
I gotta say, props to all the people at the supermarkets and these wholesale stores who are ringing up everybody, because that's a tiring job. And when it's so busy like that, for kind of all of a sudden, one day it's normal, and then the next few days it's crazy.
And it's a job.
I know, but
you have
every
your busy time and your non-busy time.
Yeah, but like I had to go get a couple things. Everyone was so polite, good moods. Like you could tell they were tired, but they probably got called in, a few people, but good attitude. So good on you.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of one of those things you realize, no matter what you see, no matter what you're told, when you actually go out and experience stuff in real life, it's a much different reality than what's portrayed and painted, the picture that's painted for you when you're watching TV or the news.
See, but I also believe if you want or you believe your life is chaos and the world around you is chaos, that's all you'll see. But if you have more of a peaceful mind and you're at peace, you're not going to pick up on all the chaos around you, because you're looking at the things that are peaceful. You're looking at the goodness. That's how I like to look at it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We were driving earlier today, and there was an elderly woman who was going really, really slow.
Yeah.
And
really
slow. And I don't drive fast. I try to stay 5, maybe 10 over the speed limit, depending. But usually most of the time I've got kids in the car, so I try to be obviously more mindful than, I hate to say it, than I would be if I was driving by myself. It's not the responsible way to be, but let's be realistic. Most people just, whatever. But anyway, of course, when I have kids in the car, I'm a little bit more mindful. But we were talking about, why is this person going so slow? What's going on here? Because they were going maybe 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, the speed limit was like 30, 35.
It was 30.
So, yeah.
So it's okay, they're going pretty slow, but all right. And we got into kind of a discussion about when should it be okay for people to drive till.
It wasn't just that, first of all, it wasn't that she was just driving slow. We come up to a light, she didn't know what lane to go in, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe she doesn't know the area.
Yeah.
She gets in a lane to turn onto the highway. The light turns green, she's not going. we're starting to pass by. She's still not going. So finally she goes. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, it's an old lady. But it makes you wonder, is it because she's not familiar with the area, so she's unsure, but why isn't she paying attention to the light? Like, there are all these possibilities. But then there's also the possibility where sometimes some people shouldn't be driving. And that's how we got into this discussion.
And you were saying, well, if you're not able to drive, you shouldn't be driving. And I would say to you, I agree, but how are you going to enforce something like that? And that's where we kind of digressed a little bit. And we got into not an argument, but I guess a spirited debate.
Well, it was more so you kind of turned it around on me because at first...
No, I wasn't turning it around on you. Okay, go ahead. Explain.
No, because you're like, oh, well, so what? Maybe she just likes to drive. And I'm like, well, she wants to be independent. I was like, but if you're not capable of driving safely, it shouldn't matter that you want to be independent because you're like, how is she going to get around? She can call an Uber. Because what if she doesn't have any family? So that's why I said call an Uber. But then you turned it into, okay, well, who says, like, who's the one that should step up and take away her license? So you kind of twisted it because I was just saying, like, I have grandparents who had to give up their driver's license, and that was really difficult. And there's a lot of people out there who are so independent that they don't want to give it up, even though they might be legally blind or they have other issues going on. Probably shouldn't be driving. You hear about how many elderly people accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake and cause an accident. So my thought was just, if there's family who recognize somebody shouldn't drive, then they should step up and do something about it. But you got into the whole philosophical, like, but who's going to take that right away from you?
You finished?
Yeah.
You know, the best part about this was, we were behind this woman for maybe a minute and a half, and you made this distinction that she shouldn't be driving.
I didn't make a distinction. I just said.
The only thing, hold on now, if you don't mind, I was silent for you. The only thing that we know about this woman is that she's elderly. That's it. She could be completely 100% with it mentally. She could be completely 100% with it with her vision, with her cognitive skills. She could be completely fine.
She could just be a slow-ass driver.
Because she was just going slow. We were coming up to a light. So she was...
We were like 2 miles down the road before we came to the light and she was going that slow.
Are you going to let me finish?
Yes.
We're coming up to a light. The light turned green. She went to the next light, and there were 2 lanes. She could have gone straight in the lane she was in, or she could have taken a right. If she was not from the area, and she was trying to figure out where to go, that could be why she paused, and like I told you in the car, she stopped for maybe 3 seconds of a green light.
Longer than 3 seconds.
Which, to you and I, seems like a long time, but if you're not from the area, I'm assuming, again, we don't know for sure, then... she maybe was taking a couple extra seconds to figure out where to go. Am I supposed to go here?
It was more like 5 to 7
there?
seconds.
Maybe she doesn't know. It was 3.
But, and not just that, I already said...
So, again, we're making this we jump into this big discussion, and all over this woman who we don't know. We have no idea. All we know for sure is that she looked like she was elderly.
But I had said that.
She could have Benjamin Button's disease, and she could be like 5.
Then she shouldn't have a license.
That's true.
5-year-olds should not be driving.
All right, yeah, you got me on that one. I outsmarted myself there.
No, and I said, like, I'm not trying to say this woman shouldn't drive. It just brought up the conversation of that. And, yeah, I just think that...
Yeah, so, and like I was telling you, I wasn't getting philosophical. I was saying, who's going to make that determination that the person can or cannot drive? Are you going to set it an age and have a cutoff?
And I said it should go by the individual.
Right, and who's going to determine whether or not somebody needs to be tested or whatever?
Well, if they get into an accident.
Okay, so again, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait until there's an accident. So regardless, the person is driving anyway. And what I said was, just leave them alone. And you said, but we have kids and we're putting our family at risk.
What I was saying is, if you have a driver regardless of age. If you have somebody who shouldn't be driving because they're not safe or they can't
Who's to say if they should or
properly-
shouldn't be driving, is my point.
Well, I guess when they go
Whose
for their
choice is it?
license, I guess it would be the state who makes that determination.
But again, like I said, if you meet all the requirements, age, you pass the eye test, whatever requirements are now, I renewed my license by mail. I didn't even have to go to the DMV this last time. So if that's what the requirement is, and they're able to meet that requirement, who are you or I to say, or anybody to say, you shouldn't be driving because you're old and you drive slow?
That is not my point. My point is, you're old, you shouldn't be driving. You could be 100 years old and an excellent driver.
That's what I'm saying. Who's to say who should and shouldn't be driving? If you meet the minimum requirement, if your judgment on the road sucks, well, you're going to get into an accident. That's just part of it.
That's what I'm saying. But you were taking such the opposite side of the debate to the point of like, oh, well, who cares if they can't really drive well, you know? And I was like, so you want to take that chance if we're crossing the street with our kids and they hit us because they meant to hit the brake and they hit the gas?
Yes, because I want to live in a free society. So yes, I do want to take that chance.
I'm just
Freedom
saying,
isn't free.
If somebody is a very bad driver and they're not safe, they shouldn't have a license.
They will eventually, they're eventually going to get in an accident, or they're going to cause an accident and something's going to happen, but who's going to make that determination?
I understand. That's
Nobody
what I'm saying.
can.
It's important that family, if they have family who recognize
again,
that, step up and do the right thing.
If they have family.
If they have family.
There are people that maybe don't have family or
That
don't
is
have
true.
close friends. And that was what I was saying.
And I
So
understand
was
that.
saying
I wasn't
yes,
saying there's
I
a
would
perfect
rather,
scenario.
I would rather let them drive.
I'm not saying
and
Big
take that
Brother
chance.
should step in.
Because freedom isn't free. We all have to pay a price. There's good with the bad. It's never all going to be good. And we can't just give control over to anybody over anything. You know how I feel about that stuff.
And I agree with you, which is why I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you know, just, when you hit this age, take your driver's license away. I'm not saying that. I don't know what the answer is. I was just saying that it would be nice if people could make that decision on their own and say, geez, I'm really bad at driving. I should probably stop.
That
No, we know
lady
that's
who was
not going
sitting
to
at the
happen.
green light for 3 seconds shouldn't be driving.
I didn't say she shouldn't be driving either. It just brought that thought to my head. You know me.
Love to get you fired
Thoughts
up.
get in my
So
head and
easy.
they pop out.
It's so easy to get you fired up. All right. So yeah. So mandatory driving age should be what? Or non-driving age?
Mandatory driving age.
Mandatory-
Everyone must drive.
The mandatory you
at
can't
this
drive
age.
that age. It should
I
be.
didn't say there should be an
Okay.
age.
All right, as long as we're on the same page with that.
I never said that because I would disagree with that because, like I said, you could be 90, 100 years old and an excellent driver.
I'm going to be 150 driving.
Seriously.
So-
That's my goal.
Yeah?
I want you to cart my ass around when
Nope.
we're 150.
Cart you around. You're going to be carting yourself around. What do I look like?
You wouldn't-
I'm going to be 150. I'm going to be pulling my own weight. I carry you too.
You wouldn't drive me somewhere if we were going somewhere together. Oh, we're going food shopping, honey, but you have to take your own car and
Yeah,
drive.
you take your own
Thank
car,
you.
woman.
Thank you. No, honey, you can walk. You need the exercise.
Yeah,
Walk
that
the 10
sounds-
miles to
that
the
sounds more like
supermarket.
something I would say,
Yeah.
actually.
Thanks for that.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. Welcome to the Homewrecker Podcast.
We really do love each other.
Yes, very much so. Now, we've got summer coming up.
Me
Do we have
too.
anything planned for this summer?
We don't have anything for the summer, but we have something for the spring. Very excited.
What?
We're going on vacation. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation, had to get away. No? No go-go's?
No.
Oh.
So what are you looking forward to this summer?
The summer?
Yeah,
The sun?
the summer. The sun.
The sun, the walking, being outside. I want to plant an elderberry bush.
Why?
Because elderberries are very good for your system. It's good for your immune system. You can make wine with it. You can make elixirs with it. And what? Why are you shaking your
Wine?
head? Yeah, elderberry wine.
Elderberry wine.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to look into...
How much elderberry do you need to grow to make wine?
I don't know. But I want to plant a few bushes. Maybe I'll get myself a glass of wine, but who cares?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how much of this stuff you need to make wine, but
It's not like I'm making it to bottle and sell out to everybody. I do it just for myself.
you should.
And maybe you. I might share with you.
Oh, all right. Well, okay, that'd be good.
What about you? What are your summer plans?
My summer plans include a lot of getting outside and just enjoying being outside. I can't wait to get outside. I've been inside a lot this winter.
Yeah, you have.
Just very much looking forward to getting outside. Maybe start recording the podcast outdoors. Wouldn't that be something?
I would love to do that, but I think the outside noise would work.
I don't think it would work. But
yeah, as it is, we have to shut all the windows. So no.
Yeah, it can get pretty loud. The outside noise can be pretty distracting. So
we live in a city, so other vehicles get very loud.
it happens.
It does. What are you gonna do?
No, not much you can do. Have you watched any good movies lately?
We've been watching The Office and The X-Files.
Yeah, we should start doing like an X-Files retrospective.
We should, but we should also talk about The Office. Because we've watched The Office so many times, we start getting into like deeper conversations about the episode.
Yeah, I was it's so ridiculous because I'm now to the point where I'm dissecting different scenes and the acting and the facial expressions and just the thought process.
He's like, he's a really good actor.
I'm like, just good. Yeah, it's like, I thought about it after, I'm like, wow, that was pathetic. Like, I've gotten that pathetic that I'm now doing this. Like, maybe I should stop watching TV entirely because now I'm dissecting acting, which I never thought I'd get to that point. But yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I've been doing recently. I've been studying these shows that I've watched a million times and looking at them completely differently now.
But isn't that kind of cool to do that? Because you've
looked at something
one way for so long, and then you get to look at it a different way. Not a lot of people do that.
No, I guess not. But part of me was like, you're pathetic, dude. What are you doing?
Well, honey, we know you're pathetic, but not for that. I'm kidding. I love you. Oh, I was just joking. I just put you over saying it's awesome you can look at something from a different perspective.
I try to be able to do that. And then you just insult me.
I just thought of the
Damn it, woman.
The Office episode with Andy where he's giving bad advice. Like, was it for Kevin around Valentine's Day wanted to ask a girl on a date?
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to compliment her, but put her down in the same way.
Yeah.
What was it like?
So
Oh, that dress looks really pretty if it wasn't for your face. Or something like that.
If your hair was different colors.
Yeah, something.
Something just ridiculous.
And I wasn't trying to do that to you. I wasn't trying to set you up to put you down.
It's okay. I don't take anything you say to heart anyway.
All right.
So anyhow.
Yeah.
We watched a documentary about remote viewing that was really cool.
Yeah.
Third Eye Spies.
But we're going to talk about
We'll do a show.
that. We're doing
we'll do
a separate
show
show
on that for sure. I actually got a couple of books on just that subject and
because I want to try to do it. I want to.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you'll have like some secret talent for remote viewing. I mean, who knows? I'll try it too. I'll give it a shot and see what happens. But yeah, I got a couple of books just to read up on it a little bit more than what they went into on the documentary itself. But the documentary was called Third Eye Spies.
It was really good.
And it was really well done. Really well done. And
is it on Prime?
Yes. Yeah. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go ahead and watch it. It's included. Yeah, really, really neat.
I have to say, I feel like Amazon Prime is doing pretty okay with the documentaries they have. I mean, we found Hellier.
Yeah.
On there, they had it.
Yeah, they get a good selection of stuff.
They do.
I heard a rumor recently too. I was actually mentioning this talking about this with my brother, and I don't know if there's any validity to it at all. And I don't even remember if I mentioned it to you at all. But I guess there's a rumor that Amazon is in talks with WWE to pick up their wrestling content.
Ooh, I have.
I don't. Again, just a rumor. I don't.
So are they doing away with the Wrestling Channel?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't followed anything in a while.
We haven't really followed anything, but there's
really
been like for anyone who listens to us who's a wrestling fan, because I feel like we have a mix of people who do listen to us.
Yeah.
With WWE, there was a rumor that they were going to stop giving free pay-per-views on the channel.
I guess so. No, that wasn't a rumor. That was something that I think Vince McMahon himself said during like a conference call, like an investors conference call or something. I read somewhere that.
And I thought, isn't that why people got the channel?
You would think, but I haven't. Like I said, I haven't really kept up on a lot of that news and stuff. I've just kind of fallen out of pro wrestling's kind of. I've lost interest, and that's another show entirely. But yeah, that was a rumor that my brother had heard and was mentioning to me, and I thought that was interesting. Again, a rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to it at all. But could you think of that? Like WWE owned, their library and their content being streamed on Amazon Prime. That'd be pretty big. Especially because I think that would eliminate their network that they have.
Well, that was the thing I was thinking. Are they going to get rid of their network?
I don't know. And please don't go running with this and reporting it anywhere, because again, this is a rumor that I heard, and it could be completely baseless and just something that
I think it would be pretty neat.
My brother just heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think it would be pretty neat if they did that. Only because we have Amazon Prime.
I guess. I still wouldn't watch, but whatever. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And I guess, too, that they're talking about possibly postponing WrestleMania due to the whole nonsense that's going on.
So again, back to everything going on. Yeah, back to everything going on. Sporting events have been canceled. Broadway's not putting on shows. Disney is closing. Disney! Imagine going, planning your vacation. Oh, I only get, 2 weeks of vacation a year, and I'm going to spend it at the most magical place on earth. I got my plane ticket. I got my park passes. You spend all this money. You get there, and then it's like, oh, park's closing. Oh, but it's for the safety of everybody. That sucks. I feel so bad for all the people getting screwed out there with their vacation plans.
So they're not offering refunds on any of this stuff at all?
It doesn't matter. It's the fact,
I'm asking, do you know if they're
offering
refunds?
I would think places like that would, but, some things I saw, they're giving refunds, or they're going to honor your tickets at another time. But I look at it some people don't get a lot of vacation time from work. And they've saved it up so they can go do this, and now they're out of it.
Yeah, some people. What are you gonna do?
No, I get it. I'm just saying it sucks, and I feel bad for them.
Okay, yeah, it sucks. But again, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna if you're Disney or whoever, are you gonna make all your decisions because some people might be offended or some people might get screwed? I mean, we see what happens when.
Are we gonna close the park because some people might get sick? You can run it both ways.
We see what happens when decisions are made because some people get offended. That's how the whole cancel culture and all this nonsense started.
I'm not worried about people getting offended. I'm just saying people who work hard. That
when
sucks.
decisions are made because some people may be affected, it's ridiculous. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Speaking of, with all this stuff going on too, we have gotten so many emails. CVS, Target, BJ's, the supermarkets, everywhere that's a business. I think Kohl's sent something. We're getting all these emails about, we want you to know, we're doing our best to keep our stores clean, and our employees are washing their hands and using hand sanitizer.
It's one company did it, and then
everyone just took it and fill in the blanks with their store name.
That's a good PR move. We should all do it. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and
very annoying.
Yeah, and now they're canceling school.
Yes, yeah. Not everywhere, I don't think.
No, but a lot of places in New Hampshire.
In our community, it has been postponed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then at that point they'll see. New Hampshire's in a state of emergency. That was declared by the governor.
Has it?
Yeah.
I don't watch the news. I don't know.
I only know because I have my news app, mostly for the weather, which is wrong 75% of the time.
So now we're going to have all these people supposedly, not supposedly, but you have a lot of people that I guess are self-quarantining. What does that accomplish? Exactly.
Well,
is the theory that if you stay inside, you won't get sick, you won't catch this thing that's going around?
I
Is that
think
what
people
it is?
need to realize, like, and understand if you're self-quarantining, that doesn't, like, that means, like, whoever's in your home can get exposed. So if they go out, then they could therefore expose whatever, if they're carrying the virus. Or they could bring something back in. So I don't know, you just hear about people, I'm self-quarantining, I'm staying home for 2 weeks, but everyone in my house is going in and out. It's like,
I don't go on social media that much to see all this nonsense that you tell me about. But
I look at it like I think a lot of people are using this as an excuse to get out of work, to get out of school, and just stay home for a couple weeks.
I had heard that there are a lot of companies that are having their employees work from home, but there's also a lot of companies, unfortunately, that are laying people off because they don't want people going to their place of business for fear of this thing. And I'm not going to name it because I think it's ridiculous anyway. But yeah, I just kind of wonder what's going to happen when this hysteria dies down. What's going to happen? Are people going to be working from home more? What's the end game goal to this whole thing? Yeah, because it's not what we're all being told. I can guarantee you that. But nothing ever is it? And that's why we like to question things.
And
use our logical brain and think instead of just accepting everything blindly that we're told.
If you're listening to this, you're not going to see what I'm doing, but if you're watching, obviously will. But a saying I love is when somebody's pointing the finger, trying to get you to look somewhere, always look at the other fingers pointing back the other way. They're trying to distract you. They're trying to get you to look somewhere because there's something else going on in a different direction.
Sure.
So when one finger's pointing somewhere, there's 3 more pointing back in a different direction.
Classic misdirection. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just whatever. I like I said, I don't even want to name it because it's just giving it power, and it's I don't subscribe to any of this stuff. I think it's all nonsense.
I think the important part is be a
People
good
out there,
neighbor, be kind to others,
exactly.
be helpful, be sympathetic, because there are people who are legit scared if they have illnesses where they're worried about getting sick. Be understanding, but just be a good person. At the end of the day, no matter what's going on in the world, be a good person. That's how I feel anyway. That's how I like to live.
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
I don't disagree. He took that in a direction I wasn't going, so I don't really want to
put it in your direction.
No, not gonna go. No, you went completely away from where I was going.
Oh,
so
let's back up and go to where you were going.
I'm not gonna bother now. It would make no sense. Doesn't really fit.
Who cares? It's our show. What were you gonna say?
No. I was just gonna say, people are crazy, and it doesn't matter what you think or what you believe. You still have to live in the world with the crazy. So you have to. It's not the crazy stuff that goes on. It's the crazy stuff that people believe, and the crazy way that people act when they believe a certain thing with little or no evidence. And that's, to me, is scarier than any kind of made up thing that is being pushed and propagated out there.
What did I say this morning? Life is like an obstacle course, just filled with assholes.
There you go. Let me finish the thought.
Sorry, I think we're done.
Yeah, so that's all. That's all I'm going to say about it. Anyway, we watched another good movie last night. I feel I'm jumping around a little bit, but I know if I get down that road, I'm going to get really fired up and angry, and I don't want to go that way. So we watched another movie last night. We watched the Jumanji.
Yes, the second one.
What's it called?
I don't know. Jumanji 2.
Back to the. What is it? It's like Back to something.
I don't know.
Back to the
It's
Front.
Jumanji 2.
No, that's Metallica's song. What the heck?
Back to the Jungle?
Back to the Jungle.
Maybe.
Or Welcome to the Return
Return
to the Jungle or
Return
something.
to the Jungle. I don't know.
I'm going to look it up because now I feel like a putz. I'm bringing it up, I don't even know the name of it. It's Jumanji. The Next Level.
We were way off.
Way off. But it was good. It was very entertaining. I liked that movie a lot.
It was really good, yeah.
And it kept the attention of our children as well. Which was shocking. So that's when you know a movie's good. When you can keep the attention of a 5 and a 3-year-old.
And I'm just going to go out there and say it. You can't go wrong with The Rock. He's a great actor. He's very entertaining. All of his movies are good.
For the most part. Yeah, I think every movie that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't watched any of the Fast and Furious movies that he's
Nor
been
have
in.
I. Every movie that I've watched
So-
that he's been in, I thought they were really good. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, he's a
He's
charismatic
entertaining,
guy. He's
yeah.
very entertaining. He was very good as Danny DeVito. It was good. It's good. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
was-
And
it was
another
entertaining. It was very
actress
funny.
I wasn't super familiar with, but I'm watching her, I'm like, she's a really good actress. Her name is Awkwafina. And it's like AWKFINA or something like that. The one who's...
I know, but just the what? Like, what's that
It's
about?
like a stage name.
Really? You mean she wasn't named Aquafina?
Nowadays, you wouldn't be surprised if people were. So I'm just trying to...
Unbelievable. No kidding. No kidding. That's a stage name, huh?
I'm just saying, nowadays with some people's names...
All right, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I suppose. But
But it's okay,
Aquafina.
I'm the asshole. That's fine.
Well, you know it. It's
Nope, I do. I own it.
All right.
It's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, good
But
movie.
she was... No, I thought she did a really good job, too.
What else has she been in? Did you IMDb her?
I did, but I don't know the movie she's been in.
Okay. But this wasn't like a one-time thing.
No,
This was-
she's been in other
stuff.
things, yeah.
Okay.
But again, her channeling Danny DeVito was really funny as well.
Yeah. I enjoyed the movie. It was
Yeah.
really well done. And Kevin Hart's always funny.
Yes.
He's super funny. Jack Black was entertaining as well.
Mhm.
The
And Karen Gillian.
I was gonna say I
Yes.
didn't know how to pronounce her
From
last name.
Doctor Who and from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did they were very good. I enjoyed the movie.
So-
And I liked the first one too, or the second one, or the other one that this was a sequel to.
Well,
'Cause
you
there's,
have
like,
the
4
Jumanji.
movies.
Well, you have Jumanji with Robin Williams
Right.
from the 90s.
Yeah.
And then they did Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
Well, no, because they did
There was Zathura.
Zathura.
But that technically wasn't, it was a Jumanji-like game, but it wasn't under the Jumanji title.
I thought it was. It wasn't called Jumanji, but it was like part of that universe.
But it wasn't called Jumanji,
Right.
is what I'm
But
saying.
it's part of that universe, so kind of like how.
Yeah. And that was a good movie, too.
Yeah, kind of like how you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
But if you're
kinda
looking
like
at
that.
just the Jumanji itself movies
Yeah, then this
about
was
that
the-
game,
Yeah,
then you
This
have
was
this one
the-
and then the sequel.
prequel. Or the. Whatever.
The movie,
second
the first
movie.
one with The Rock, and then the sequel.
The Rock was in the second one. Because
You have the first one with Robin Williams, but then you
Right.
have that the remake with The
It wasn't
Rock.
a remake. I thought it was not a remake. It was because they talked about the original movie in the
Okay,
other
so is it a sequel?
It's just the second in the trilogy.
Okay.
So-
well, you have the other one, and then you have this one that we just watched last night.
Wow, we went way the hell all over the place with this.
We confused
Holy
ourselves.
Shit. Wow.
Movies are hard.
If you make them hard, I guess. Jesus, that's what she said.
Oh.
Hey, oh, yeah. And anyway, it was good. They were all good movies. That's all. Watch them if you haven't. They're an enjoy. I mean, they're not War and Peace or anything. It's not like you're gonna come out of it more intelligent or thinking about world issues or anything like that. But they were entertaining. They were turn your brain off and have some fun for a couple hours. They were fun.
They were.
They're good. Which, especially for movies nowadays that have come out, they're, for the most part, from everything I have seen, and again, having been kind of almost unplugged for a while now from pop culture and media and TV and stuff, I feel like movies that The Rock is in, yes, there's always the subtle political correctness and agenda pushing. It's very subtle though, but they're so much more entertaining and fun. I feel like whatever projects he's involved in, and it may just be because I'm partial to the guy, I think he's a very good actor and entertaining and everything, but I feel like that's show business. That's what show business was when I was growing up anyway. And then somewhere along the line, it evolved into this political correctness and all this other nonsense and agenda pushing and getting political with stuff. It's like,
I just want to be entertained.
I just want to be entertained. Yeah, I want to watch a movie to be entertained, not to have somebody's agenda crammed down my throat. Like, hey, live and let live. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to watch a movie and be entertained.
And a lot of people...
And nowadays, it doesn't seem to happen very often with stuff.
A lot of people recommend movies to me. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't like dramas. I'm not big into dramas. I want action, I want comedy, and I want horror.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I like documentaries.
Yeah, I've brought you over to the documentary side.
Yes.
But even those you have to be careful what you watch, because even documentaries, no matter who's putting them out there, usually from the point of view of the person making the film. And I mean, whether you agree with whoever or not, I mean, everybody's got their own opinion and view on things. It's very hard to find something subjective.
I don't like watching dramas because it's like there's enough drama in the world. I don't want to have to watch any more on TV. So I enjoy things that make me laugh or scare me, or,
That's another thing. You say things that make you laugh. Comedy. I mean, I was never a huge stand-up comedy fan, but just some of the things that I see out there now, when I see little snippets and clips of things, it seems like everything's gone so political, even in comedy, and it's like...
I always thought the point with comedy was kind of push the envelope, to kind of push
be
people.
Politically correct in comedy, like that. What happened?
Yeah.
So I just feel like when you hear stories of people walking out of places because they're offended at something somebody said, it's like, what? Like, what happened? Everybody stop being so offended. Like, let's all get back to having fun again. Everybody stop with the nonsense. But anyway, that's another thing. That comedy, from what I understand, a lot of stand-up comedy and things like that, a lot of people getting censored and just blacklisted because of political beliefs and views. And it's like, wait, what world am I living in? Like, what happened in the last 25, 30 years that all this stuff is going on?
I'm not a fan of censorship. And it doesn't work. It's got to, be on both sides. You can't say, it's okay to censor this, but not this. It's just... We don't need to censor.
I completely agree. So I don't know. It just, getting back to it with Hollywood and movies and stuff that have come out. Like, we haven't seen the last 2 Star Wars movies.
No.
Just because, I'm sorry. Anything that I've heard, because I have family that has seen them and are big Star Wars fans, but anything I've heard, I'm just like, no, that doesn't sound like I'd enjoy that. Sounds like everything's just too politically motivated and
whereas we don't
too ideologically motivated.
Yeah, so I don't want people rubbing their agenda in my face.
Yeah, I don't care. Whether I agree with it or not, I don't need to see it when I'm trying to be entertained. That's not...
And not just that, but for you and I, we don't have a lot of time to watch movies. So if we're going to sit down and watch a movie, we have maybe one night a week that we might do that. And usually we try to spend that watching stuff with our kids. So a lot of stuff out there, it's like we don't really want to waste our time on something that we're probably not going to like. We try to...
Yeah.
I don't know, I think you get a vibe if you're going to like something or not. And we try to go with those.
Yeah. It's just that I find that I'm looking more so to the past to find entertainment now.
I will say, one movie that the boys were sleeping, and I was like, I'll put on a movie, because I think we were watching The Office, but you started falling asleep. So I'm like, I'm not tired. I go to put something on, I'm like, what's this movie? It was on Amazon Prime, or I think it was on Prime. Strange Wilderness with Steve Zahn. And it's a Happy Madison movie, so from Adam Sandler, his production company. And it's about this, they do like wilderness documentaries, and they go on the search of Bigfoot. So I got kind of excited. I thought, this might be a really good movie where it was something with Bigfoot. I did not enjoy it.
I like Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler.
I don't like all his movies, and I don't like everything he's associated with, though. I will say some of the stuff that he's done is very funny, but I think that a lot of his stuff is very formulaic, and if you like the formula, for the most part, you're going to like most of the movies. I like only some of the movies, and I think that he relies way too much on being ridiculous, or if it's not something that he wrote, the people that he tends to cast, like Nick Swartzen, Steve Zahn, people like that, their whole gimmick is that they're just completely absurdly ridiculous. And it's just, to me, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, it's just very juvenile, and it's a little too much for my taste.
But
and that's throughout my life. That's not just me speaking as a gentleman who's a little bit older now. It's me speaking just throughout my life and all his body of work. I feel like he's always just, I mean, I get it, that's his gimmick, and he's been successful with it, so more power to him. But for me, I feel like a lot of stuff's just nonsense. And it's, don't turn your brain off, it's just, you could get dumber watching it, I feel.
I disagree.
Just my opinion.
I wasn't a fan of the Strange Wilderness movie, especially because there wasn't a lot about Bigfoot. I thought there was going to be more Bigfoot stuff, so that was disappointing.
What did you think you were going to get?
I don't know. I thought it was something cooler. We've been watching all these Bigfoot documentaries, and I was like, oh.
So you thought something like an Adam Sandler type movie is going to have some kind of substantive information and data and entertainment with Bigfoot?
No, I just thought there might be a little bit more something, but I was wrong.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah, you were wrong.
But I like Adam Sandler movies. Like, I like Just Go With It.
Which one's that?
That's the one with Jennifer Aniston, where they go to, like, some island.
Oh, he's like a plastic surgeon or something? Okay, all right. All right, that's okay, I guess.
I liked Jack and Jill, and I know everyone hates that movie. I didn't care. I liked it. I thought it was funny, and I thought there were very sweet tones to it. I enjoyed it.
Nope, not a fan of that movie.
There was a movie he did called The Cobbler, and that was one of his more serious movies. Still funny. It was when he with the Netflix deal.
Didn't see it.
But that was a good movie, and we watched Sandy Wexler.
That was all right. It was
again not
really long. Too long. It was like a half hour longer than it should have been. I thought.
But it was still pretty good. It was one of those. I'm watching this. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And then as you start watching, you're like, okay, I like this.
And that was based on, wasn't that based on like his agent or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. What else? That's it?
No, I didn't watch Punch Drunk Love. I didn't.
Nope,
I did see Click. Click was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
There are a handful of movies that I haven't watched of his. And obviously I think people call his first ones like Billy Madison. Yes, Happy. I'm like trying, my brain wants to merge them together, like Happy
See,
Madison.
those I thought were funny.
They're funny, but those are super juvenile.
They are. But I think because it was the first time he did that, and he did that kind of a gimmick, I guess.
Well, it was taken from his Saturday Night Live type characters,
but I think that because of that, I thought those have like a special like novelty almost with people.
Maybe.
At least for me, because they're juvenile and they are ridiculous, absolutely. But those, I feel like, because they were his first movies, they were somewhat more entertaining for me. Now, when you like The Waterboy, that movie was so terrible. Like just the way he talked.
It was terrible, but it was also funny because there's funny things from it. Like when I say it's the devil, that's like from his mom because she thinks everything's the devil.
No, could definitely do without that movie. All set with it.
I didn't really watch Don't Mess with the Zohan.
I saw that movie, and again, that was another one.
But
couldn't care for it.
Overall,
couldn't care for it at all.
I don't care. I like Adam Sandler movies, but this
I like Adam Sandler.
Adam
like
Sandler production, this movie Strange Wilderness, I was not. I don't know. Just couldn't get into it.
Okay. Well,
maybe if they had more Bigfoot stuff.
Was there any Bigfoot in the movie at all?
Kinda. Yeah.
Kinda?
I don't want to give it away in case anyone does.
Oh yeah, don't spoil that movie. You might get some hate mail or something. Might get a lot of angry interactions on social media for spoiling that movie.
Wow.
You don't want to spoil that.
Okay, fine. They go out and search Bigfoot. All these crazy things
I don't want a
happen.
synopsis. I'm just asking, do you see Bigfoot at all?
You do when they find him, and then they shoot him and kill him because they're scared.
That's good. So they got a body. That's the one thing missing from every Bigfoot TV show and documentary and just the Bigfoot research field in general. There's no body, so you can't prove that it exists.
I know, and that's one of the things about the documentary is that they talk about is how they want to get a body.
Yeah.
And then I said to you, why don't they just tranquilize it and then like bring it somewhere?
I guess.
You don't have to kill it.
I suppose.
Capture them.
We're going to digress to an ethical discussion now about whether or not you should kill Bigfoot. I think, you do. You need the body.
I understand that point.
You have to dissect it to see what it is.
But do you really? I don't know.
If you want to know how he functions, or it, or she, or whatever you call it, if it's even a real thing, yeah, I think you do. That's part of science. Like real science, not this pseudo-fake science that's pushed out there. But real science, you want to know how something works, you got to take it apart.
But what if they're traveling through portals? Dissecting it might not tell you anything.
It might not. You're right.
If they're just
but how are you
going to
know unless you do it? Are you just going to make a guess? We'll tranquilize it. It wakes up, and then maybe it has superhuman strength, and whatever cage or whatever you've put it in doesn't hold it, and then it's gone. And there goes your evidence.
Do you wonder if that's what's happening with Missing 411?
What?
If it's like Bigfoot's capturing us to like scientifically test us, like we might.
There's a theory. There's a theory.
They're like, yeah, there's those damn humans out there. Let's try to catch a few and we'll test them.
Idiot humans.
Idiot.
Morons.
Yeah.
Trying to catch us all these years, bunch of morons.
Yeah.
We'll leave them behind a footprint here and there.
They'll never learn.
Dummies.
Oh, yeah.
It's as plausible a theory as any other one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Anyway, you got anything else you want to add, or you want to call this one a show?
Oh, I guess we'll call it a show.
Call it a show?
Yeah, good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough for me.
Wow. You've got really...
I think we touched on a lot of topics today that were fun.
Just kind of a freewheeling type show,
yeah,
like I said.
I can have that once in a while.
I just felt like let's just sit and record, see what happens. There's so much nonsense going on.
There is.
Let's just try to...
Hopefully we made you laugh.
Provide some distraction for people a little bit. Maybe get people thinking a little bit too, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I sound like such an asshole when I say that, if possible. Like nobody listening to this is capable
Nobody's
of
capable of thinking for themselves.
Nobody's capable of free thought anymore. But if you are...
Well, usually most of those people are like,
Start thinking a little bit, but let the logical part of your brain take over.
If you are one of those people, come onto our forum. Log in, you don't have to use your real name, join our forum and talk about your crazy thoughts. Share them with us.
Where's that? Where can they find the forum?
Homewreckerpodcast.com.
And what if they don't want to go to the forum and they just want to interact with us on social media? We have a Twitter, don't we?
We do, at HomewreckerPod.
And what is it, Instagram? What's that one?
Homewrecker Podcast. And
right.
Also, buy a t-shirt or a tank top on our website. Again, homewreckerpodcast.com. Go on there, hit the shop button, the little tab on our page, and pick out a shirt. You can choose different sizes, different colors, t-shirt, tank top, and we've actually worn them first to make sure they were comfortable, because we're not going to try to sell anything that we think is not comfortable or not good quality, so it's Homewrecker approved.
Yes. My Homewrecker logo shirt is very comfortable.
I love my tank top too. It's super comfy.
It's I don't know what kind of, it's cotton, I think, but it's really
It's material.
Yeah, it's just very comfortable.
It's a t-shirt.
There's my testimonial. Buy a shirt. It's comfortable.
Yeah. But they are.
Definitely are.
And you can choose from our logo or from our family dinner picture.
The family dinner photo, yes.
Love that.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. We decided to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And show your support, buy a shirt. And if you haven't already, go on over to iTunes, hit the subscribe button or wherever you listen to your podcasts, and please go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. It helps to boost us in the ratings. It helps people to find the show a little bit better. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and like our videos. It really helps us a lot, and it helps with the visibility and the algorithms.
I was going to say those damn algorithms.
And all the other AI bots and whatever else they use, I don't know.
So if you do like our show, which it seems like people do, just support us. Subscribe on iTunes or wherever you hear podcasts, YouTube, and like us. Already. I know, I'm just reiterating.
If you like us, just like us, would you?
Yes, show us how much you like us.
Now you're getting needy. Don't be needy.
I'm not acting desperate. I'm just
Don't be needy.
Making sure people know it's important in the podcast world. I made him speechless.
I'm gonna edit most of this out.
Alrighty.
You sound so needy and desperate. Buy a shirt. Like us, please. I know you already said it, but can you please subscribe?
Maybe I just thought
Like
you didn't
us.
say it good enough.
Is that what it is?
No.
I didn't say it good enough?
No. I was just trying to come to my own defense.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
That was your defense?
Yes.
I'm not, you know what, I changed my mind. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm going to leave this all in.
Leave it all in.
I'm just going to leave everything in. We're going to put, you know what, I think, F it. I'm just going to put this show out right now. We're going to stop. I'm going to render everything real quick. I'm going to put everything through a filter, make sure the audio is nice and loud so people can hear us okay. And I'm just going to put it out as a bonus. Because we already have a show recorded that was going to come out initially on Wednesday. So, I don't know, what do you think? Well, I don't care what you think is happening.
So then that means I have to edit the video.
You have to edit the video?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I'm putting this out as a bonus audio.
Well, good for you.
Unedited. There you go. So, if you've listened this far through, you know now.
Congratulations.
You know now why you're getting this episode today, because I just decided on the fly, we're going to put it out right now.
Yeah.
Just for the heck of it. Unedited. There you go.
Woo!
Boom.
Yeah. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Happy self-quarantine if you're doing that. And until next time, you could catch us back here in a couple of days when we're going to be talking about, what do we have coming out?
The Dawdleston messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fun episode. It's
It
going to be
is.
coming out. So thank you everybody for listening, and until next time, I am the Golden Greek, Alex Arion, joined as always by my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing trophy wife, Monique.
And you've been listening to the Homewrecker Podcast.